What's up, my fellow Toku nerds and fellow Skylander nerds? This is going to be my last video, or one of my last videos, for 2025. And since we're at the end of the month, that means it's finally time for me to cover Kamen Rider Faiz in Skylanders. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. And I'm not gonna lie, this one was a pain in the butt. Not gonna lie, because each rider in this season are very tech-heavy based. I mean, if it's not obvious to you, then you're blind as a bat. But since Faiz is next on the list, I gotta cover it. So my decision is kind of mainly based on the battle class themselves. I'll still include like the legendary and elite bonuses in the swap if needed. But for the majority of the riders, they are going to be very tech heavy based. So if you hear me say the word tech a lot, yeah, you can kind of get the gist. So let's get to it. First up, we got the main rider himself, the hotshot Kamen Rider Faiz. Now, obviously, tech. No surprise there. So what's the battle class? So this one is kind of difficult because he does switch between different weapons, like his sword, the blaster, all of that. So the video I'm basing this off on is kind of mainly towards blaster. And honestly, in my mind, quick shot makes the most sense. One, his transformation item is the phone blaster, so therefore it's a handheld quick shot weapon. It's not dual wielding, no. Not a lot of these riders aren't going to be dual wielding based, as in like gun dual wielding, but since it's like a small handheld blaster, I figured quick shot makes the most sense with Faiz. So for Faiz, tech quick shot. Kind of no surprise. Next up, Faiz XL form. This is... okay. I'll give this form some credit. This one is more melee based. Melee, quotation marks. Because every time he goes into XL forms, he usually either uses his fists or his sword. So going off of that logic, I decide to go with Faiz XL, going with Tech Knight class. Because for the majority of the speed form, both counting the 20th anniversary movie and some other things in factor, he does use the sword more often in the XL form. So Faiz XL, Tech Knight. Next up, Faiz Blaster form. Now this one is, okay, again, obviously tech. But I'm giving this one the legendary boost. Is that elite? Elite is kind of made for more god level powers. Faiz Blaster isn't really god-like powers. But it's a boost nonetheless. So it's getting the tech legendary boost. But I'm also, for the battle class, I decided to go with Bazooka. Because his main transformation device is literally a giant gun. What's a giant gun? A bazooka. So, okay, you can make the armament. It's also a knight, because it does change into sword. But, keeping with the theme of Faiz, I figured Faiz Bazooka makes the most sense. So, Faiz Blaster, Legendary Tech, Bazooka. That's what I'm going with. Now, I did say the 20th anniversary movie, so that means next Faiz is on the list. So, with that being said, next Faiz is going to be another legendary. But this time, however, the battle class is a little different because he can easily switch into anything. But I think ultimately, I'm going to stick... I think I'm going to go with Legendary Tech Knight class. Because I see him, like in the footage I've seen of next Faiz, he does use sword form of the blaster, Faiz blaster, a lot more. So, that's kind of my argument. You guys let me know what you think. Next up is Kaiza, Kamen Rider Kaiza. There's only 2 forms of Kaiza. For regular Kaiza, honestly, tech again. Again, kind of to be expected. There's that. And for the battle class, I think another tech knight makes the more sense. But you can also make an argument of quick shot too, because his weapon is a gun sword hybrid. The finisher that I've seen him used more often than not is one he kind of slashes the opponent with his weapon. So that's kind of my argument. But again, you can make the argument of quick shot too. So you guys let me know on that front. For Kaiza, and for next Kaiza, I wasn't sure about the battle class on this one. Because the only real difference is really just a bulkier armor, to be honest. It doesn't change like the belt portion. It changes from the phone to a smartphone, so it kind of gives it a bit more bulk. But ultimately, next Kaiza is just kind of the same to me as regular Kaiza, so Tech Knight. That's my argument there. Delta. This one is gonna be. This one's also gonna be a tech quick shot. His main transformation item is kind of like this handle trigger thing, and yeah, he's basically he's a gunslinger. So quick shot, tech quick shot. Yeah, makes sense. Next is Kamen Rider Saiga. So this one comes from the movie, which works on my case. Saiga, this one's gonna be a little different. It is tech, but I'm also gonna give him the swap air because he does have a jetpack. So the element is going to be swap tech air. The battle class, in my gut, I feel makes the most sense is Swashbuckler, because he does use a dual-wielding Tomfun type of weapon, from what I've seen. So that's my logic for Saiga. Swap tech air Swashbuckler is Saiga. Orga is going to be another swap, and this one's kind of valid. Orga is going to be swap tech dark knight. That's my logic for Orga. Since he is like a final boss in the movie, it does make sense in that front. So that's what I'm going with. Now, Muse. Another 20th anniversary Faiz movie writer. So Muse is going to be... Okay, this one is also kind of difficult in a sense. Well, not difficult, but this one kind of makes the most sense in my brain. This one is going to be a tech swashbuckler, because she or he, whoever is using the Muse gear, does use 2 blades, so swashbuckler there. So, and I believe that pretty much covers all the Faiz Riders as of my knowledge. If I missed any, I apologize. I'm just going off what I know. But for those 6 riders, that's what I'm going with. Again, it was very difficult because they all lean into the tech element. So it really came, and their like color, animal motif did not help at all, because it is so prevalent in this show that it can't really overlook it. So I apologize for saying tech a lot. But that's just how it is. In my brain, at least. So, without further ado, until next time, which will be in 2026, have a happy new year, and take care.